So, a quick and final continuation of the what if Future Gohan went to the past with Future Trunks. So, it left off with them beating Jiro and 19, more or less fighting the androids to a standstill and being strong enough to take them on. Goku, basically all the Z fighters there, including Gohan, Trunks, Future Gohan, and regular Gohan. Normal Gohan is a Super Saiyan at this point. Goku is stronger than he is in canon. Strong enough to take on 17 and more or less win if he really needed to. But Cell has come to the mix, and with the combined efforts of everyone, Cell is defeated because Cell might try to retreat, but with 18 and 17 right there for him to get, he would more than likely still try to absorb him, which would lead to his eventual defeat. So, with that being said, we leave off on Goku basically making a deal with the androids, like, hey, just stay out of, try to live, normal lives, and we don't have to necessarily come to terms or blows. And while Future Gohan and Trunks might not be 100% acceptable with this, they recognize Goku as the strongest one who can more or less take these guys out if he has to. Plus, he knows Goku will be training, and Goku at this point, Goku is sensing the Ascended Saiyan, the form beyond Saiyan, normal Super Saiyan, as Vegeta is, as Trunks is, and all that, as these guys are. So with them parting ways, we talk about there's some lull time, there's some peace time going on, and Trunks and Gohan are lamenting the fact that they're just not strong enough. They could try to train with Goku, Gohan, Piccolo, Vegeta, but it probably wouldn't be enough to take on the androids. That's where Goku suggests, while the fact that they are sensing that there's something past Super Saiyan, that there's a place they can get a full year's worth of training in one day, the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, the Deus Ex Machina Chamber, if you will. So they go there. Future Trunks and Future Gohan go in first. Vegeta's also found out about this, so he's going to go there. They'll train. They come out after one day. They are leagues stronger. Now, I would put Future Trunks at this point. He's definitely reached Super Saiyan after 1 year. In terms of power, I wouldn't put him on. I'd put him at Gohan after he got out of the chamber, but without Super Saiyan 2 to go off of. Maybe he can go into a form similar to Grade 2, but that's about it. Future Gohan, I imagine, would have a perfect Super Saiyan form. I imagine he actually has a perfected Super Saiyan form. So I imagine that. Then Goku and Gohan go in. They have perfect Super Saiyan forms coming out. Vegeta says to train alone. Now, he does reach Ascended Saiyan, but he doesn't reach a perfect Super Saiyan. In fact, his Ascended Saiyan is probably weaker than it is in sorry, the Family Guy is on. Sorry, oh man, that's just weird. Gene Charlotte making out with Gene Charlotte. Whoa. Anyway, so everyone basically gets their training in. They're a lot stronger. Trunks and Gohan go back to the future, kill off the androids, kill Cell, all that whoop-de-doo. And that's going to pretty much be it, with the exception that Vegeta, while still training, has Goku there to test himself against. And his negative energy, negative rage, negative emotions are a lot less, are tempered. They're tempered, basically, because Goku's there to challenge himself against, as opposed to in the canon where Goku was dead for 7 years and then Vegeta just didn't have the opportunity. So they'll probably have a lot of spars. Goku will win the majority of them. Maybe Vegeta will get a couple lucky wins in, but Goku will just be like, oh, well, I have to get stronger. So, cut to 7 years later. Nothing's really changed. Now, the question, it's an interesting question about whether or not Goku reaches Super Saiyan 3. Now, a lot of people might argue, and I even make an argument in a little spoiler for the What If Raditz Turned Good arc, I won't say it, the Buu arc, that Goku doesn't reach Super Saiyan 3. I might amend that, because I think one of the reasons is that his body was dead, so he could push it beyond its limits. However, what's the explanation for Gotenks then? Gotenks is a fused warrior, but he's still human. He's still alive. So what's the reason that Gotenks was able to reach Super Saiyan 3, while he's alive, but Goku couldn't reach Super Saiyan 3 while he's alive. That's a point a lot. Not again, you could make the argument that the fusion maybe toughens up your body or something like. I don't know. But for the sake, let's assume that yeah, Goku eventually does reach Super Saiyan 3. Now he does this in secret. Maybe trains one more time in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber when he feels he's knocking again on that Super Saiyan 3 door. Does that for a full year, perfecting Super Saiyan 3 in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Maybe he takes Gohan back one day. That way Gohan doesn't lose his fighting ability. Gohan's far stronger. Probably reaches Super Saiyan 2. All the characters with Super Saiyan have reached Super Saiyan 2. So at that point, you're now looking at the Cell Games or the 25th or 23rd. Basically, the World Martial Arts Tournament pretty much goes about the same. Do imagine Gohan's the one who gets his energy stolen, but he's significantly stronger. And a weakened Gohan Super Saiyan 2 was enough to be half of Boo's strength. So I think it'd be roughly around the level of, I don't know, instead of 50%, let's go like 65%. Boo's power is like 65%. They completely kill the shit out of everyone on Babidi's ship, including Deborah. But once again, Boo doesn't awake. Vegeta again. I think Vegeta's still got enough that maybe Babidi could try to possess him, but I think Babidi would be thwarted beforehand. So Boo doesn't wake up. After that, there's besides the fact that Beerus doesn't get bothered by Boo for the pudding, you're not going to see any significant difference in the story until, again, Vegeta is probably going to be maybe a little bit more of a dick, maybe a little less, all depends. But until Goku Black Arc, because that's when Future Trunks comes back into play. Ergo, Future Gohan comes back into play too. Now, I think because both these characters reached Super Saiyan 2. Well, Trunks reached Super Saiyan 2. We saw he did in the Future Trunks arc. So I think it's very possible to say that maybe Gohan would reach, would also be tapping on Super Saiyan 3. Trunks probably goes back into the past while Gohan stays to fend off Goku Black. Now, the real question is Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, strong enough to defeat Goku Black? Because Goku Black at that point wasn't even strong enough to truly beat a Super Saiyan 2 Goku who wasn't even going all out. Now, obviously, his body acclimated and improved quite a bit, but it's still it still goes to the question that Super Saiyan 2 Gohan going all out, while maybe not as strong as Super Saiyan 2 Goku in the canon timeline, would still be, I think, more than enough to, because he'd easily be stronger than Future Trunks, would still be more than enough to take on Black on an even ground for a while, because Goku Black needed to, or Zamasu, spoilers, Goku Black needed to actually fight Goku to really start to acclimate to his body, not to fighting other opponents, because yeah, he was able to basically kind of fight evenly with Trunks, but it was once he started fighting with Goku that his abilities really started to improve, because he was able to reabsorb the knowledge into Goku's body that he took. So I would imagine that Goku Black actually he's able to fend off Goku Black from the major cities for the most part until Goku Black goes to the past and has an interaction with Goku. After he comes back, he's significantly stronger, and there now starts pushing Gohan back. But Gohan's still able to hold his own. But besides that, I don't see a great deal of difference happening with the arc. Goku and Vegeta still go there. The fight goes about the same, but Gohan's there, so he might be able to aid a bit more. Maybe he also absorbed a little God essence. We got Super Saiyan, whatever that was. Ultra Super God Saiyan blue thing and blah blah. What was that? Do we know what that was, Trunks? It was cool, but what was it? So yeah, other than that, I don't see a great deal of things happening that would be different. It doesn't affect anything like the Universal Story Arc timeline. It doesn't affect anything like Universe 6 or Frieza arc. So it doesn't affect anything major, but the few arcs that it does affect in some significant ways. So that's the part 2 and final part of What If Gohan went to the past with Future Gohan went to the past with Trunks. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll have 2 magic videos along box office up tomorrow. Plus, if something else happens, I'll pop that up. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you folks next time. Have a good night.